hit in the clubs back in when it first came out. Okay, Robin S. "Show Me Love" was a song, but the remix by Layback Luke, which was just playing 130 beats per minute, that's what they're asking, that was not a hit in the clubs. Okay, it took us a generation to grow up and be able to get to clubs and request a song for it to be a hit in the club. When we were growing up at the time, that song comes out, house, deep house, any of that were not hits of the club. It was music that people did not like. It took a special eclectic little group to like that music and then be like, you know what? Now it's nostalgic. Now you love it. Just like kind of like how you like the 80s, right? Not everybody was listening to Tears for Fears in the nightclubs. I'm sorry to tell it to you guys. Anyway, I was there. I was in the nightclubs. I was 10 years old, 12 years old. Yo, Dad, play this song. My dad was right there. No, son. Informer. Addicty boom boom. What the hell is this? Anyway, back to the chat, back to the channel. What are you doing today? I know what I'm doing. I'm buying the dip. I'm buying the dip potato chip. Don't worry. Got it this morning. I actually bought it 26, and I think it's at 25 right now on GameStop. We've got so much to talk about. So many haters in the world out there that I got to come at you. You know what? It's like it's really happening. But the best part about it is I've been here before. So, like, I see it coming, guys, and I'm like this. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, hell no. Miss me with the bullshit. I might cuss a lot this show. I apologize in advance. I'm trying not to. Yeah, the snowman. There you go. Anyway. Yeah, going crazy in 2008 in Miami. Yeah, Saucy, the song came out like 95, bro. CeCe Peniston finally came out the same time, Show Me Love. I think it came out in like 94, 95. Don't tell me this. You're crazy. Crazy trying to tell me what was popping in the clubs. I was in the club. Man, I met my wife in the club. Hey, that's just the way we do it. Anyway, I was fly like a G6. 2008? Something like that. I don't remember those years. It was too good. I was having too good of a... Mr. International Worldwide, Mr. 305. Yeah, Pitbull. Every damn song, bro. I can't take it. Can you guys take the stock? Can you take it? So much to talk about. Like what I said. Oh, my God. Okay. Fed has a meeting tomorrow. We'll deal with it. Jerome Powell, I don't think he's going to lower rates. But if he does, oh, well. But anyway, I don't know. I don't care. Market comes down. He doesn't lower. He stays where he's at. Boom. But he lowers them. Market goes up. Oh, they get some retraction back. Then Trump will come out with a news story real soon and drop the stock. I'm just saying. Somewhere out there, there's this rumor. I don't know if you guys heard this rumor about $21 trillion being hidden, and that they built a city underneath America since the 90s or whatever. Some lady's doing interviews, making it around saying this shit. I just want to put this out there. A city for the ultra wealthy or whatever. One, I don't think that's possible. I just don't think it's possible to have that many people that you would need to build it for $21 trillion underground. That many people to build it and then not say anything? And we need this plumber. We need an electrician. But I don't think this lady knows what the hell she's talking about. I'm just listening to it. I was listening to it, guys. Amongst other things. Someone sent me a new video of another female. And listen, I have nothing against women. Obviously, I love women. I love a woman. But we have another female content creator pumping out the idea of these back floating loans and how this is going to collapse the economy. And she's the only one talking about it. I just heard Tiffany talking about it all last 3 months, okay? Every interview, boom, boom. Now I have another female doing it. And people send me the clip. Look, Marantz, you got to talk about it. You got to go. And I'm just like, nah, I don't even care. Like, they want me to stitch it, post it on TikTok, and then go. And what for? They're totally wrong. They're idiots. Like, honestly, guys, like, I can't take it. I see it happening, and I'm just like, oh, bro, can we stop this shit? Like, well, I'm going to show. Don't worry. I'm going to show you guys so you know what the hell we're looking at. And then you guys be like, yo, Marantz was right. We'll go to activity. Hold on. I'm not ready to show you yet. Comments. I think it's comments. I think that's where it comes out to. And so it's right. This guy. Oh, those are comments to me. I don't want comments to me. Oh, that's GameStop. Don't mind me. Hold on. It's under messages? Is it under messages? Maybe it's under messages. Somebody tagged me on something and said, Marantz, watch this. And I said, I'll watch it live. It's not under messages. Okay. That's another GameStop thing. Activity. Probably under activity. There we go. Mentions and tags. There we go. There it is. Got it.
Currently, very, very quickly.
Hold on. We're going to find you, Matilda, whatever her name is. So, this is all brand new, by the way. It's like they try to spike the algorithm with the bullshit, and I see it coming. Just like I saw Tiffany coming, just like I saw Ian Carroll coming, just like I see all of them, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Here's the new shit. So this chick, brand new, 200,000 views on this one video. Let's go watch it.
So one of the most important
Stop. It's called Your Finance Girl. So this is your finance girly. She's only following one person, and she has 1,600 followers. Not a lot on TikTok world, okay? Trying to get some vibes going here with what she's posting, and you're going to see what she says, and it's going to, like, rub you the wrong way, or it should. You'll see.
So one of the most important things you need to know regarding the upcoming crisis that we're facing, it's the same financial crisis we had in 2008, and it's happening again. Nobody is talking about it, but I will. When it comes to knowing what...
I mean, is that crazy? She says no one's talking about it, but I will. Didn't Tiffany just talk about this? Like, what are you, special? Are you the one?
Regarding the upcoming crisis that we're facing, it's the same financial crisis we had in 2008.
I want to see how many times she looks down and how many edits and clips they do while they talk about private equity. Go ahead. And, oh, by the way, no edits, no cuts. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm gonna talk about your clip. Nothing in front. Let's do it.
And it's happening again. Nobody is talking about it, but I will. When it comes to knowing, one of the most important parts of this whole upcoming crisis is knowing the timeline and comparing it to what happened in 2008. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch my previous videos. They are probably one of the most videos you're gonna watch for a very long time. Please ask questions, please follow along, and yeah, let's get into it. So in order to understand what's happening now, we need to understand what happened back then. Because in 2008, everything went crashing down on September 15th when Lehman Brothers collapsed. 99%.
So let's talk about Lehman. Okay, Lehman Brothers, a la American Express, right? Maybe you know the merger, maybe you know the deal. So back in the day, this is Drexel Burnham Lambert time frame, okay? You had RJR Nabisco and Ross Johnson, the CEO. He actually is going to try and do a takeover of his own company. And he gets taken over by KKR. KKR was backed by Drexel Burnham Lambert. Well, Lehman actually backed the wrong guy. Lehman actually backed Ross. So the deal didn't go through. They were battling private equity then. But when you fast forward and you look at Lehman today, and you look at all the people who left 2008, like you're saying, right? When it all came collapsing down, September 15th, whatever you want to say. Think about what fell down before Lehman fell. Yes, Lehman was the fourth biggest investment bank. I get all of that. But what you guys have to see is they had a consultant come out of the fray, out of it all. Once they were liquidating down, go look at it. You can look it up yourself. You guys, we always say Alvarez and Marsal, right? We always name it. We say Sue Gov at Bed Bath & Beyond tore apart the company, and she infiltrated. She went ahead and did the bidding of everyone to go ahead and bankrupt the company. Where did she work for 13 years, 12 years? She was a principal, senior, blah, blah, blah consultant at Alvarez & Marsal. Brian Marsal. One of the guys. Brian Marsal. It's Brian Marsal. Was the actual restructuring officer for Lehman as they go bankrupt. So if you don't think private equity's gutting them and taking everything from them, I'm going to go ahead and let you keep talking, though. I'm going to let you do your thing.
Percent of the world were taken aback by the financial crisis that happened in 2008 because nobody was talking about it. It was hidden in plain sight. It is as well.
There was Countrywide. There was Bear Stearns. Oh, it was just no one was talking about it. You weren't talking about it. What were you in? Grade school? Were you in diapers then?
Well, now we can at least take some information from what happened back then and put it onto the world that we're living in right now, because it's the exact same thing happening. What happened back in 2008 is that in June 2024, the Feds started raising the rates because of inflation. So they wanted to fight the inflation, and by raising the rates, you will slow down inflation. So that's what they did. But what happens when you raise the same thing happening? What happened back in 2008 is that in June 2024, the Feds started raising the rates because...
They started raising rates in June of 2024? You're doing edits and cuts, lady. They were raising rates well before then. I think they've been at a halt since 24 of June. Are you joking? Is this elementary? This got to be terrible, kid. Got to be terrible.
Because of inflation. So they wanted to fight the inflation, and by raising the rates, you will slow down inflation. So that's what they did. But what happens when you raise the rates is that those people who have back-floating adjustable loans will get hit by the raising rates as well. Because when you have a fixed loan, the rate doesn't adjust or do anything.
Oh, yeah, we know what fixed rates are and ARMs are. But keep going. This is good stuff, man. I hope people believe this.
But when you have
she says, hashtag tell me I'm wrong. I will in a minute.
Floating adjustable loans.
By the way, I've never heard this video. By the way, I've never seen this video, period. Swear to God, put on my son's life.
Which was the subprime loans that these home buyers were taking. When the Feds started raising the rates in 2004, the rates for the loans started raising as well, meaning that people couldn't afford it anymore because they needed to pay more back. So from June 2024 and only 2 years moving forward, the rates went from 1% to 5.25%, which is a lot when you owe a lot of money. This made so many people not being able to pay their loans back, which made them lose their homes, which made the banks go bankrupt, and there's a whole story around it. I will explain more about what happened.
There's a massive difference from home loans and borrowed money. I'm talking about from companies borrowing money and from home loans. Massive difference. Young lady, you want to tell me that it's because of Lehman Brothers, and I'm going to tell you Lehman can be $500 billion. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care one bit. We're talking about an $18 trillion market of housing that fell apart. And you think it's because interest rates came up. Interest rates and put pressure on them. And from 2004 to 2007 and 2008, 5 years, 6 years. Okay, so you're trying to give me a warning sign that something happening today is about to happen now.
But now, just knowing the timeline will set you up in some sort of way where instead of being taken aback with your pants down like people were in 2008, you are able to kind of know what's happening now and prepare yourself in a proper way. So moving forward to now, in March 2022, after COVID happened, because in COVID we had so many care packages, bailouts, and so much money just printed into the economy. Trillions of dollars added to the economy, which obviously starts raising inflation. So in March 2022, the Feds raised the rates as well. This time it's not the private home buyers who just wanted to buy a home. This time it's literally entire industries, entire businesses, struggling businesses who were bought by private equity firms with back-floating adjustable loans, meaning that since 2022 and 18 months...
I mean, how stupid are these people? Guys, can I tell you something? Private equity doesn't buy businesses with their own money. Do you know what an LBO is? Literally a leverage buyout. Not only do they buy controlling stakes of companies, yes, but they borrow the money to buy something. The company doesn't owe the money to anyone. If you take a shark loan, any type of loan out on equity, dollars. I'm talking about dollars. I took out cash. I've got to pay back. You go bankrupt? You think somebody owes this money? They let you borrow the money based off of the assets you have. There's collateral involved. It's like they're missing the missing piece. It's like, oh, guess what? These people couldn't pay their mortgages anymore. Therefore, bankruptcy and the housing crisis. No, ladies and gentlemen, they lost their jobs. Industries were gone. If a company goes bankrupt, what happens? A company went bankrupt. It's kind of like I told you. A credit company could call me tomorrow. I don't have to pay them shit. Doing all these college loans. Everybody's going to default on their college loans. It was announced yesterday. 20%, 80% are delinquent default. So? Who's going bankrupt? The colleges? This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, I wish people knew the way it really works. Can I explain it just like so simple terms can happen here? Because these kids are missing the whole point. The money, let me tell you something. The market has gone up and to the right the whole time. Money's being borrowed. It's covey-free. They're literally free money, interest-free. Companies were able to grow and be growth stocks and get valuations of 100x on their money. They're tech companies. They get to trade at P multiples of 100 to 200. It wouldn't matter. Go look at Hims. Go look at Palantir. Go look at Carvana. Everybody gets to be extended. But who's owed this money? You think private equity... Dude, I'm going to let this play for a minute, and I'm going to explain it. Oh, my God. These people are ignorant. These back-floating loans...
Moving forward from March 2022, the rate went up from 0% to 5.25 again. So now these businesses and industries are collapsing and going bankrupt left and right. Looking at the timeline in 2028, it was from 2004 to 2008, meaning approximately 4 years. Looking at now, the rate started going up again in 2022 and we're writing 2025, which means that we are approximately 3 years in. And even though we can't put the timelines exactly next to each other because we don't know when it happens, all we can know is that it's already started. The bubble.
What you're going to see about this bubble is that there are companies winning while other ones are losing. They're carving out the inventory, the logistics. They carve out all assets. One company has doubled in value while the other ones have diminished. I get that. Well, how far do you think the retraction is going to be? The retraction is going to be on value, not actual deficit. Like, you really think the recession's coming because Bed Bath & Beyond went bankrupt, because Joann's Fabrics went bankrupt. You say industries are going away? They're still existent. The mom and pop might go away, but if I still want to buy something, I know where to go. Amazon, Walmart, Costco. Like, I get it. I know who the winners are. Just because you can't stand up and you're saying it's 5%, who borrowed the money? You know what's the best part about this that I hate, that these kids don't understand, is private equity just doesn't walk in and say, you're going to take this money, we're going to give it to you, and you got to do this. That's not the way it works, people. These companies vote for it to happen. These companies are private equity. Once you find out that every board of director works for that damn firm that they're borrowing money from, then you'll know why Ashley Buchanan just got fired at Kohl's. You'll understand who Thomas Kingsbury is. It's unbelievable the amount of ignorance that is spewed on the internet, and people write it off as to be, this is why. Remember what I told you? You got to tell me the why. You just can't tell me what's going to happen. Tell me why it's happening. Why? Because people are on the other end of this. You want to know something about Lehman Brothers? About American Express? About all these companies going on? Do you know what happened in 2008? All you guys out there that don't know, in 2008, you're damn right they all got bought out and they all got saved. And in 2008, American Express changed their name. They turned into a holding company. And do you know why? Because the United States government was giving out free money to businesses that were called holding companies. Not to credit companies, but to holding companies. They structurally changed their name and then put their hand out for a handout. This is what's happening. You want to talk about industries getting saved? How about the fact that the automotive industry was saved during this financial crisis? Not the housing. Not at all. I've got all my friends and family who got a killer deal at 165. Not here. Hey, by the way, before COVID, nobody tell her. 0% interest on all cars. Nobody tell her. Home loans, 2.5% all the way to 3.5%. 90% of homeowners in America are below 4%. Nobody tell her. companies borrowing money right now are companies that are voting to borrow money because they are private equity.
That exploded on September 15th, 2008, that made the whole world go into a financial crisis. The same bubble is there now, and there is cracks in it. We've already seen so many profitable companies go bankrupt. Please go watch my previous video if you want receipts for that.
You're not a profitable company because you make money at a till. You know, I don't get to walk around and say I make X amount of dollars when I have debt, borrowed cash, and I have collectors calling and doing their thing. I don't get to call myself this at a certain stature, a certain level, if I have collectors on my backside, if I'm not even. These companies are not even. They're falling to pieces on their own doing. This isn't because interest rates got higher. It's because they got overextended. You know, something GameStop's not. It's unbelievable how far these people think they understand and then they don't, because they didn't connect the dots. There's a series out here, guys, and I encourage you all to watch it. And you guys would understand, well, you guys do understand everything we do. Everything that we talk about here on this show. Yes, I get it. I'm a GameStop guy. I love the stock, and it's all I care about. But the truth is, once you've seen the other side of the coin, once you see the manipulation of social media, manipulation of people, and the markets themselves, yeah, your red flags go up. Then you actually see what happened to GameStop and how it happened. Then you understand, connect the dots. Think about the history lessons we teach here. And I have to teach myself it before I can teach you it. And I literally just drown in it every night, every day. You know what I was doing last night? Not only was I working out till midnight, I did 17 miles yesterday. And I told myself, I'm in competition with everybody. Why do I need to be? I just need to be in competition with myself. I'm happy I did 17. Today, I know I have to take it easy. My body can't handle stuff like that. You know why? Because while everyone else gets to work out and do all these things, you know, like you guys get to watch sports and do it, I've got to study. I've got to see the next one coming. I already have the next two coming. And I saw how they're doing it, and I go, okay, I get it. But the only way you get here, guys, is if you connect the dots. That's it. And if you see the series, it's on YouTube. It's right here. It's my playlist called Connect the Dots. There's 91 parts. Always counting. Keep watching. Watch them all. You'll learn so much. But I want to give a shout out right now to Trove. If you guys did not see Trove, Trove does all the artwork for the show. Trove is on the cutting edge of everything, and Trove made a song for Connect the Dots. So I just want to say thank you, Trove, for the song. We're going to play it, and then I'm going to show you the next distraction. Go with me. Trove, appreciate the track, bro. Fire. Let's get it. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. That is the new song by Trove. It is Connect the Dots. It actually is a song derived from the show. If they actually listened to that and listened to the lyrics and knew everything it was saying, well, then you'd know what's happening to your investment and what happens to all the investments out there. Guys, a couple things, okay? Telltale signs, all right? I want to give them to you now. We have the next distraction stock coming. I do see hymns, I do see that, but it's something. This is a stock I called out 3 years ago, and we're going to talk about it now. Finally, we're here. So the whole market's red, by the way, except for Apple. But as you can see, everything's trending down, which is cool. Market's down about $4 right now on the SPY, down to $5.59. GameStop at $25.73. Coming in pretty hot, but listen, this is your market, okay? If people forget what GameStop actually looks like on the weekly chart here, GameStop has this moment where they're going to cross. You're going to have this golden cross on GameStop coming up. A couple more weeks play out, and you'll see GameStop break out to the top side. That's going to be bullish. Last time they broke on a golden cross was over here in 2021, and you saw the run on the stock after. It was magnificent. So we led up into that. That's the golden cross there. We had a downturn. We've been here for years. This is our time to take off. It's coming up real soon. On the monthly itself, Still looks like a great chart. As you guys know, it's hard to find it coming all the way down. I know I just read in the chat right now, someone said it's going down $16. So GameStop can come down to $16 and go back up. You know what, bro? If you guys want to commit suicide, and I'm talking to you short sellers out there watching the show, that's on you. If you guys want to be the kamikaze pilots of the stock market, that's on you. Because if you want to triple down on the short, come on down. You said $16, bros. Let me tell you about the number 16. The only good thing I know about the number 16 was Joe Montana. Joe Montana won the Super Bowl 4 times, and he was on a loaded team. He's not that great in my eyes because he went to Notre Dame. But you're going to tell me GameStop's coming down to 16, bro? How? I'm going to ask you how. Not only how, but better yet, why? Let's do it. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting for? Great Scott! Listen, let me tell you something. Every insider that has money to their name bought shares well above 16. So if my insiders are buying at these elevated prices, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I buy it where the CEO is buying it and or the board of directors are buying it? Why wouldn't I want 16? I haven't seen 16 in a year. I would love to be at 16. So don't tease me with a good time. I don't get sad. I told you I see GameStop coming down to around 24 and some change, and look where it's at, 25.75. What I call 24.93? I believe that's what I call, but now it's 24.82, 24.96, somewhere in that range. So 24.88, 24.96, good support there, and we'll see if we could ever get it down to those levels. But me, I bought today at 26. I didn't care. I don't care. I don't care where I buy. I just keep doing what I do. Shout out to all the moms out there. I know Mother's Day is coming up this weekend. Dads, get your ass out there. Do something for them. Buy them a card. Take them to dinner. Buy them a heated blanket. I don't know. Rub their feet. But go ahead and try it. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Go ahead and try to bring it on down. All right, now listen up, okay? Yes, or do you have to write the lyrics for him? Yo, Marantz, is the person making the music invest in GameStop, or do you have to? Alex P., everything comes from the channel. People watch the channel, they get inspired. They get the info, they get inspired, and they all have their own creative outlets. Some are artists, some are musicians, and some are just good-ass people, like the whole Discord. And paint them with a broad brush, please. Everyone in the Discord is part of a cult. We love the cult called GameStop, and that's it. Who's the cult leader? You are. All of you. Look in the mirror. It's you. All right, check it out. So, this is GameStop looking healthy. I love the stock. Healthy retraction here. Just like every market. You know, guys, looking at the market, I was looking at the SPY, and people, you know, they'll tell you, man, there's these volatile moves in it. You know, look at these crazy choppy sides to it. And I'm just going to tell you, in most markets where there's going to be a recession, a cutback, you'll have these days where you come all the way down and all the way back up. You know, like right here, this is a 3-week run where it was down, down, up, violently up. And what people get to do, people get to go ahead and do something like this, where it goes down, 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 then violently up, down, violently up, violently up, and then they'll be able to report back, greatest week ever, the recovery, oh, it's the best week ever. You're just like, dude, that's COVID. When we opened up, but it's always been violent, one way and one way down and one way up, your whole life, because that's what the markets do. This is how people react to psychology of markets. Look at this. Violent, 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 and then one big green day, boom, and you would think, oh, we're going back in action. It was the best. No. All the way down again. And then when it finally hit the ground, you had a very good green day. And then somebody probably put out some press and said, the greatest run on the market in the last, 200 years. From right here in, March of 2009 to, August. In those 6 months, GameStop, or the market went from $51 all the way on the SPY all the way up to $78. Oh, it had a 50% run. It's amazing. We're up 50%, man. You ever seen those guys? Those are the spit in your face and wipe it away guys. Oh, how dare they not clean your face? Now, this is why I don't worry about the markets, young lady. The one who's trying to tell me about, 2008, 2009. Because this market has been gross ever since COVID. And you knew it should have come down. You knew the market should have retracted all the way down, retraced back down to about 123, and it did, and went the opposite direction. Because when you print $6 trillion, inflation, interest, who cares? It all ends up at the top. It trickles its way up top. It just, the cream rises. That's the way it's been. So we're no different. Even this market today, with the retractions of today and this week, no different than what you've seen, for the last years. I'm okay with it. I'm used to it. GameStop, love it. It's going to come down in this triangle, and like I said, we'll eventually break out after, maybe the shareholder meeting. Maybe they announce something. Who knows? I really don't care. I just think the market's going to announce something. Because remember, when the market announces something, then GameStop reacts. Because, GameStop doesn't give out news. So somebody needs to tell me how GameStop got all the way up to $34 right here, $34.30, right on the first week of January. Market was doing what? Selling off. The market was selling off like hell. You don't believe me? Go look at it again. It was the day after Christmas was the all-time high, and then it just started selling down. Look right here. More Trump dates. I just call them Trump dates. They're coming too, but don't worry. All right, here we go, guys. Here comes the good stuff. Eyes on. I told you I'm paying a TMC. I'm so sorry. THM. So TMC, I've been paying attention to them only because people loaded up at 70 cents when Trump got elected. So Trump gets elected, everything comes through after Christmas, and now people started loading up, and now you see it in the $3 range, and now they're making TV appearances, and I'm paying attention to it. But it doesn't mean that I would ever jump into this thing. Everybody got in it before you. Hims posturing for another short squeeze. It is already squeezing as we take it. They came out with earnings. Growth. Get it. But like I've said, it only takes one negative presser, and this thing will come crashing down. There's no stability here as far as leadership for me and business model for me. Why would you want to pay more for something that you can get generically? I'm just going to tell you that right now. But there is money here. There is profit here. I just don't like that everyone's chasing a short squeeze. People chase short squeeze. There's a stock that was short 30%. And it ran to 72. And then it comes back down, it dips under 23, and then it comes right back up to 46 after earnings. And people are like, this is the real run. This is really it. Well, I'll just tell you, institutional longs need to actually exist over here. But to come into a company that has a $10 billion market cap and PE ratios of 86, where it's already there, there's no transition here. It is either going to be growth or nothing, right? This is the problem that I have. These companies are either growth or nothing, but the real problem you're going to have is that price. That price is 46. That price is 72. They are a $2 a share on book. $2. They do not have what you think. They actually gave out guidance yesterday, and the guidance was for 2030. They expect these numbers for 20. They had a downtrend for this year, but they're giving out guidance, long-term guidance versus short-term as well. But for a company to just spill their guts out, it looks like they're trying to spike the price. And I've seen that before. I've seen CEOs who talk, and this would be one of them for me. So it's not a stock for me. It's not where I want to be. One, I think it's too volatile for me to own, and that I would ever own. I've only owned GameStop. I don't care. I only buy GameStop. But if you were going to get into something like this, remember the class here that you take is free, by the way. You guys should know what you're getting into. If you're buying in at 46 and you see the turnover ratio at 45%, that means they're trading 45, almost half the shares of this whole company are being traded today. That's not where you want to be. You don't want a volume of 100 million. I know people are like, well, you'd love that. No, you would love it if you were in it 3 weeks ago. You would love it if you were in it a year ago. For everyone who out there who's hitting big on stocks and investments, just know, if you're hitting big, I'm clapping for you. I'm just like, you did amazing, right? I'll give you the example, Palantir. Palantir comes out with earnings, and although there's growth and everything's there, I saw it. It was fine. The growth and the earnings and the eval does not equate to the stock price. That's what I told you guys. So when it's at 125 and it retracts all the way down, you go, why is it down $16 today? Because it shouldn't even be up here at $250 billion. No. It has a PE ratio of 470. 470, guys. It's not where you want to be. They're a $2 book stock as well. $2 book. So they're trading literally at 46 times book. Do you think I want to buy it? No. I'm okay. But imagine if you were in this stock 3 years ago. Imagine if you were down here on these levels in 2023, even a year ago, 2023, 2022, that time frame, if you were buying it at $5, $6, $10, like Almo did, like a lot of people did on this channel, then when you're up here at 125, you hit the peak, comes down, hits again, comes down. Who cares if you sold at 127? Well, 127, 125, whatever. It doesn't matter if you bought in at 10. You're way up. You're a 10 bagger. That's what you're looking for, right? I mean, this is what you look at whenever you see Palantir. So for me personally, these are all psychological plays, but the biggest one on you right now is going to be Kohl's. Guys, I don't struggle with it. I don't struggle with life. and thinking about what investments I'm not making, what did I miss out on, I get mad at manipulation. I get mad at the people who do this. You guys know that, if you don't know, there's another company out here called AMC. I'm going to compare them to Kohl's right now because I would do Bed Bath & Beyond, but they're gone. They don't exist anymore. By the way, they're never coming back. I don't know who tells these people this. See, this is AMC stock, okay? History lesson. AMC stock spiked long time ago. And the initial spike was when GameStop ran up. What people don't know is what that spike actually meant and why it happened. See, there was some convertible notes out there held by Silver Lake, and Silver Lake had a conversion, and they were able to convert at like $10, whatever it may be. So they did convert the shares, and when they converted their notes to shares, because AMC didn't have the cash to give it to them, buy themselves out, they went ahead and sold off those shares and made $1 billion. That spiked the price all the way up to 20 as they were selling into the GameStop run. That was manufactured by private equity, AMC's run. From that moment forward, the very day, the 20, I go to the daily chart just to show you that you guys know I'm not like just making up these numbers here. On the day that it ran out of this world was right here, okay? Now, it ran all the way up to the equivalent would be like 110. That's not even real because of the dilution of the float and the 10-to-1 reverse stock split. But it was up here at that time in that date, the conversion on the 27th. I want to show you guys something that's pretty awesome. Let's go to Reddit. Not the GME meltdown page. Let's go to AMC. AMC stock. The date that this subreddit was made, the date the AMC subreddit was made, put apes all in the chat, got people all excited about this, said this is it, this is where we're headed. January 27th, 2021. And not only did they make tons of bots, and they pushed out everything about this stock, and I'm going to show it to you even bigger than that. January 27th, 2021, right here, okay? 4 years ago, right above my head. So it was made, the subreddit was made that day. 500,000 people came into this damn chat and started pumping this thing and got everybody excited. We know what happened over the next 3 years. People lost 99% of their value. And I want you to see how many people are online today. 141 are online today. Out of the 522,000 members of this subreddit, 144 are online today. This is how you know you were played. And you're still being played by certain people out there. Guys, Kohl's, KSS Bulls. Kohl's subreddit was built 3 days ago. 3 days ago, this subreddit was built. And all they're doing is spamming. And when I say spamming, the same articles, the same everything. And right here, Dick Nixon has posted numerous times, 4 hours ago, 1 day ago, 1 day ago. And it never stops. It's the same thing. What Sears and Eddie Lampard taught us about monetization real estate. Oh, yeah, Sears and Eddie Lampard. That's who I want to mimic. Watch Connect the Dots, guys. Okay? Right here. It's the same guy, Dick Nixon. Every single day he posts, they built this. This is what they do. This is just one spot. You go in here, and you'll go to this website, and you'll go to Deep Fucking Value. This one has created January 15th, 2021. Who do you think that is? Oh, you think that's GameStop posters? Maybe you guys don't know who infiltrated Reddit. But right here with their 292K members, sure there is. Only 25 are online right now. And what do you get when you get here? 14 hours ago. Precision Outdoors. Anyone watching Kohl's? KSS right now? I did a complete write-up on KSS Bulls, but trying to see what I'm missing. And then goes on to analyze all of the assets and the commercial real estate, free and clear, sell them, lease them back. This is just private equity bullshit. The whole idea is just private equity. You're just some random dude. You're some random dude that I should be listening to off of a company that fired their CEO. Here, I'll do it for you, Precious. Oh, by the way, Precision Outdoors. Don't worry, we're going to do you right now. Kohl's CEO. Kohl's CEO was fired, right? And what day was he fired? 5 days ago. So right after he gets fired on the 1st, Mr. Ashley Buchanan, this subreddit goes up where this guy writes everywhere. Precision Outdoors goes on to Wall Street bets. No need to hedge when I have Kohl's cash. Then he writes on, this is my first post, so hopefully it works well and you guys like it. And then he goes on to do the whole bullshit. By the way, post it again. Post it again. Post it again. Not again. No post before that. All this other shit is ADHD love. Where he wants to get it on. Let's see what else he posted. I'm just curious. 22 days ago. 22 days ago. 22 days ago. Employed by Kohl's. Shortsqueeze.com. You went to Short Squeeze subreddit. Another one, Short Squeeze subreddit. Where else did you post? Deep F in Value. We got that one. On stocks. Oh, you did that one. On value investing. You did that one. Oh, you just posed. This is it. Option Millionaires. Kohl's is by far my favorite. Been buying a lot in the $6 and $7 range. Short Squeeze coming. Kohl's at 68%. What am I missing? Kohl's. Short Squeeze. Kohl's. This is what's happening right now. A poster just posting. You could put it up one time and be like, you know what? I just want to put this out there. This is someone trying to influence people and get it running. Boom, boom, boom. Number of KSS store leaseback and debt payoff and more. This is what I based it on the U.S. averages, blah, 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 blah. U.S. averages, great. Kohl's again. Be careful. Be very careful. Why do I talk about it? Because they'll use subreddits. They'll use Twitter, YouTube to put everyone in front of you. Guys, I get tired because I always got to fight. I'm always looking for the truth in things, and then I'm always having a fight and for the better side of the trade, for retail. Nobody knows. Like Kohl's right now trades at $6. And during the pandemic, it traded at $9. Like the height of the pandemic, it came all the way down to $9. It's 30% less than that. That's how bad it is. And people want you to go ahead and grab it. That's Kohl's chart. My question to everyone is why now? Where were the Discord posts? Where was the actual... Where was the subreddit when it had a whole leg down last year? At earnings, it came all the way down to $9, $10. Earnings must have been terrible. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know, they cut their dividend. They have no more cash. And yeah, they have to sell their properties. And so I have a huge issue with people trying to tell me that this is a good investment. And you know what's going to happen is the price is going to spike. I have a good feeling that the price will spike because there's still more assets to carve out of Kohl's. There's still more groundwork to be done. If you guys know how it's been manipulated before, the puts were already paid for there, ZZ. That's why you're down at $6 right now. What happens is you get caught in this bear trap. Okay, so you see it coming down, and everyone says, you know what, it's down and out, it's done. And then people are going to be like, okay, well, let's go ahead and buy the puts on this thing. And then it's going to spike, and then they're going to be like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. It was a good stock. And then by the time you actually go long, it gets brought back all the way down to its knees again. It'll outlast your puts. I'm just telling you. The valued puts that you actually end up trying to get to, there's not enough money to make. That's what I'm going to tell you. There's a cap on how much money you can make when it comes to puts. There's no cap on calls. Calls are infinite. So the plus side of stocks is what you really want to bet on. The downside is just something that you want to take profits and leave. And that's what they're going to do. And it's going to be painful to watch. They did it to Bed Bath & Beyond. They did it to AMC. They did it to Mullen Automotive. They did it to HYMC. They did it to Big Lots. They did it to BBIG. I mean, I can name them all. It really does not matter. You're playing in a world that you shouldn't be playing in. Kohl's Corporation in 2018 had a hostile takeover attempt, and Michelle Gass, their current CEO at that time, fought them off. It's the same companies that try to infiltrate Genisco Brands by planting Sue Gov on their board of directors. They got Sue Gov to go over to Bed Bath & Beyond, and when they did the Bed Bath & Beyond deal, numerous board of directors were there. They carved it up, they kissed it goodbye, they packaged it up, and they sealed it with a kiss. They did voluntary bankruptcy, and they got that thing out of there in months. Now, every bit of liquidity and sold off all the assets. It's like it never existed. Doesn't matter. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying that you had YouTubers stem from it and charged people $500 for meet and greet tickets and lied to people, told them that there's money to be made in bankruptcy on their end as investors. There's no money to be made. There's no arbitrage. There's no M&A. It's ridiculous what they're trying to tell you right now on the PPC show or anywhere else. But the same hedge funds that destroyed these companies, Michael Duskin at Macellum, he comes from Global Crossing. Global Crossing literally went bankrupt from manipulating markets in the dot-com bubble. Now you're here, and what are they doing? They're bankrupting companies from within. They're just going in and gutting them. That's it. They're forcing you. They build up a position, and they force you out. They did it to Big Lots. That's why Bruce Thorne, the CEO, he's in on it. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, whatever, man, I'm good. What's the next deal? Bruce Thorne's over at Floor & Decor. You do your homework there? How in the hell? You ever guys ask yourself how you know all the board of directors and all the CEOs of all these companies? You're sitting there, you go, okay, Bruce Thorne ran AMC or ran Big Lots, goes over to Floor & Decor. Who's at Floor & Decor? All the AMC guys, all the private equity boys are over there. The CEO from damn Pulte Home Group is on the board of directors. What the hell's going on? Why are they all in this damn conversation with us? Why did Big Lots go bankrupt? Because Macellum and Ancura walked in and gutted that company. Look at all the assets they had. Do you guys remember the book value? I used to go over and I go, shareholder equity of $300 million, and their damn market cap is $30 million. I'm like, dude, they're 10x on just whatever. Go look at Kohl's right now. Kohl's $700, $800 million, and they have $20 billion worth of assets. Yeah, all buildings, all real estate, gone. It'll be gone. Bed Bath & Beyond did the same thing. Except Bed Bath & Beyond, not only did they do this, they actually pocketed so many more millions of dollars for those executives. Think about all the share buybacks they did while the executives were selling off shares and getting bonuses for cash on hand. Sell off all your assets, get all the cash on hand, and boom, look what Adam Aaron did. He did the same thing. He sold off equity. Did not care because the cash, the coffers, the prerequisites to get a bonus for their RSUs and their PSUs, performance stock units, they literally were getting bonuses just for being in the building and or not being in the building. Think about how many bonuses they gave out for COVID to all of their directors, all because Silver Lake had a nice little deal for them, extended them $800 million, turned into $1 billion. That's a quick flip for Silver Lake. Mudrick Capital did the same thing. Everybody got rich. But you. Pay attention. It's really that bad. Shout out to Freddie for the 10 free memberships, man. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, I just letting you guys know what's happening with Kohl's. If you don't see it coming, that's on you. I've told you about it 3 years ago. Literally 3 years ago, I told you what is happening at Kohl's. So I don't care how great it looks. I already knew because once you announce a Sephora deal, the only way you can pay for the Sephora deal is to sell off everything. That's it. You got to sell off all your assets to pay up that $1.5 billion that you're never going to be able to pay. It's going to bleed you dry. But hey, let these girls think, on Twitter and TikTok, let them think that it's some backfloating loan or whatever it is. It's none of that shit. It's your board of directors voting for it, voting for their own demise because they are private equity. And you want to cry about Congress and the leverage of, I saw somebody else put this too, Congress and lobbying and I'm like, what are you talking about? Half the Congress people work for private equity and or go to the private sector and work after they get out of office. Of course they have tremendous influence. They are private equity. Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Commissioner. Yeah. What did you think was going to happen? He's the head of Commerce. He's right there on the cabinet members. And you go in there and you look and you go cabinet member. You're like, okay, we got Howard Lutnick in here. Who's in charge of housing? They're Federal Housing Authority. Oh, hey, how you doing, Billy? Bill Pulte the third. It just tells you, man. If you guys don't know, he was actually appointed to the board of directors at his own grandfather's company by Elliott Management. Additionally, he was a philanthropist for Elliott Management at Twitter. They own Twitter. They sold it to Elon Musk. Are you connecting the dots yet? It gets deeper. It gets way deeper. Because then you go look at the partnerships that are happening at this company called Strike. And they are crazy connected. All the money's at Strike. And I was like, really? Like, this is how we're doing? We're just doing it plain out in the open like this? And I'm talking to you, Canada. If you guys don't know, Michael Carney and Strike. Go Google that too. I can't. I watch every day. Where's my membership gift? Silver needs to run now. Are you kidding? Silver needs to run now. That's your name? You watch every day? I've never seen you a day in my life. That's the first thing. Second thing, Silver is already running. Silver hit an all-time high. Silver's running. Gold is having a bounce back. So then you see everyone just start buying it like crazy. I know because I've seen it firsthand. But I'm just letting you guys know. The panic's setting in. Pressure's going to set in. But minute Trump announces some tariff deal that he claims is happening, I'll be here to tell you, I told you so. I told you about these timelines. They give people the heads up about what's happening to the market. That's what I see. Okay, what else did I have so I can get the hell up out of here? It's 10:30, and like I said, I'm taking the day off from my feet. I don't really want to run today. I was doing it. Oh, hymns. I want to talk about hymns. I know I talked about it in a way. Hymns and hers, and why I don't believe in it, and why I hate it, and why I will never buy it. I don't care what the short interest is and what the fundamentals are. The fundamentals are actually pretty sound from what I can see. But there's something missing, and I'm going to tell you what's missing. Martin Scarelli. Martin Scarelli was doing an interview, and he was talking about how hymns is, it went from a good investment to a great investment. And he sees no downplay. He sees the short squeezes there. He sees the fundamentals are there. He thinks it's an awesome investment. Whenever I see people that I don't respect start talking, I pay attention. Because Martin just doesn't pick stocks out of nowhere. Either someone puts them on his plate, but someone cooks up this meal. And I tell you, I challenged him plenty of times. And he lost when it came to GameStop. And now he's walking around with his tail tucked in between his legs because he called GameStop a $6 stock. Could you imagine how wrong people are today about GameStop? They call GameStop this $5 stock, $6 stock, $10 stock, even a $20 stock. They're completely wrong. It was someone posted right there in CCP's channel, Carter's Corner Pocket, by the way. Said, hey man, it's a masquerading around at a $5 billion company, and I was like, no. But I got something for you punks. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get mad again. I don't get mad often, but I'm gonna get mad right now. Somebody thought it'd be a good idea to go into Carter's Corner Pocket channel while he's live and start talking that shit about me and this channel, about what we do and how we do. Like, oh, you probably learned investing from Marantz. Oh, Marantz compares tech companies to GameStop. That's dumb. You don't do that. Okay, Jerry Diamond. Jerry Diamond, you obviously have nowhere to hang out because you're blocked and banned from this channel, but I know you're watching. You just can't talk in the chat. I get it. Hey, Jerry, can I tell you something, bro? It's a lonely place, isn't it? The internet. Like it's all you have left in life just to click in and log in and check and go, oh, yeah. It gets real lonely, I know. It gets lonelier the higher GameStop goes in value and price. But Jerry, I was there 4 years ago. 4 years ago. When you said I was wrong about GameStop and you said AMC was the investment. So I'm going to tell you once again, how does it feel to know you've been wrong for 4 years? Feels good. Feels good for me. All of you meltdowners, all you kids out there that claim you're on one side of the coin and you're not on the other, you guys are all going to buy GameStop. You're all going to buy it when it's running. You're all going to have FOMO, and I don't care. I don't lose sleep over it one bit. I just say thank you and come again. GameStop's killing it, guys. Thanks again to Troll for the great song. I didn't give you any updates on the market per se because I was dealing with trolls today, obviously, with these females that don't know about private equity, which they could go ahead and learn about Connect the Dots. I want to debut the new song, and then I want to tell you about Kohl's and how they've been wrong for so long. If you guys ever want to know about Kohl's, go ahead and look at Connect the Dots Part 15. There's a video for you. I made that video 3 years ago. I wonder how much of it still holds up today. I'm pretty confident. Appreciate you guys so much. Steve... Steve's been a member for 44 months. Steve, I hope I have given you the value that you've given back to the channel over that time frame and amongst other times that you guys have donated to the show. I'm just forever thankful for the crowd that we've put together. But 44 months, guys, it's I got monetized, I think it was like June or August of 2021. That's when people started buying like memberships for the show, but I'm thankful. But we started our channel 4 years ago. Our 4-year anniversary is in about 9 days. It's on the 15th and 16th. And that's the 4-year anniversary of the show. So it's been amazing. And I hope you guys all learned a lot. And I hope we've grown together. And I hope we can continue to grow and teach each other great things. Because I tell you, I can't do this by myself. But I have a great team. A lot of them you guys know by name. Some of you guys don't know because they want to remain hidden, but they do contribute to the show. And I just want to say thank you to everyone. That's it. So appreciate you guys so much. I know I was playing house music pretty much, but Connect the Dots was a fire-ass track. And I just want to say thanks again to Trove for always putting in the extra. And to my other crew out there, Johnny J, you know who you are. Almo Kyoto, Ruben, Hot This Year, Stacks, and Ravenstown, the mod team, the guys who've been keeping me upright for 4 years. I just say thank you. And to the bystanders, you know who you are, because I can. And everyone in the Discord, and Amber and Sharon and Wendy, and there's so many people. Guys, there's thousands of you. I just want to say thanks again. We're going to keep grinding. GameStop's at a discount today, guys. Go do what you got to do, but go touch some grass, get some air, figure it out, and don't get emotional out here. We just like the stock. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you and said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. And I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I've got a friend in low places. I guess I was wrong, I just don't belong. But then, I've been there before. Everything's alright, I'll just say goodnight and I'll show myself to the door.
Holy shit. I don't know what the hell just happened. Oh my God. Well, now I can't leave. Holy shit. Jay, I love you, bro, but damn. Love you, man. That's my way of saying thank you, Jay. Thank you.
And I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I've got a friend in low places.
Yo, I had to sit down. I had to sit down, Jay. Holy, you sat me down, fool. Oh my God.